So we all do that, and with all the extra help and, you know, if I get stuck, Marianne, you know, tells me to contact different organisations. Like at different times I've contacted Margaret because she's been the appropriate person. So I contact different agencies to meet different needs, like if there's an issue about, it's obviously to do with homelessness, to get the kids to school because it's the bigger picture.
Health's a big one too.
Health, we contact all those different people, we build relationships with those people and we get them on board as well. So basically it's a big orchestra at the moment, and because everyone now has also accepted that as well, it happens now.
Some of the families that used to live down here now have housing, and we still pick up those children because they'll always be part of the program as long as they want to be. And they now dress the children, so that's taken the burden off us.
And like there's a structure there from Auntie Mars,
right,
and it's brilliant, the program.
Yeah.
The kids come down, have their breakfast, they know what they've got to do, and then they go to school. And even I'd like to help. When I get up a little bit more confident to be able to go into the school and help with behaviour management.
And I suppose the big thing is, if going back to the beginning and looking at where those children are at now, the changes are amazing, aren't they?
Like the bus, Travin slapped me on the bus because we had a lot of issues about the bus because it became a kind of a ownership competition sort of thing, and it wasn't a really pretty sight for a while. But now they're much more well behaved and they respect that space themselves. And now they put their belts on, they talk to each other, they say, have you got your belt on? They speak properly to each other generally. And instead of just screaming at someone, they say, well, say it a bit better. And they do. So they're really important things for the driver as well as their own safety, because it's so hard in a bus to be looking around. It's not safe for one thing. But if I can rely on those kids to actually make sure the little ones have got their belts on, you know, that they think about the little ones.
And they do.
Help.
They look after each other.
So we've got this culture in there now where they do check on each other with the belt because it is dangerous otherwise. And when I first got to that, I used to just pull it over about every 5 minutes and actually physically getting out and saying, okay, belts on.
Yeah, when they come over in the afternoon and then they've got to change out of their uniform into their home clothes, and you know, they'd be there doing cartwheels and running around. But I must say I'm really proud of this.
It's rich. I mean, the school is benefiting from it. There's a richness from having to be able to bend over backwards in this way. It's made us all better people. That includes the school.
Improve, like one of our ambitions, our aims was to give the kids more opportunities in life, wasn't it? So they'll have more choices by actually going to school. Every day is a bonus.
Every day is a bonus.
Every day is a bonus.
If daunted by the many, many times things don't turn out as planned, or haunted by the feeling of that unfamiliar hand, just listen to little honeysuckle singing sweet and clear. The sweetest honey is in the tree that's nowhere else but here. Nowhere else but here, she sings, nowhere else but here. Here's where my honey is, in this tree that's nowhere else but here.
I'm Karen Thorpe, and I'm Professor in Developmental and Educational Psychology at QUT in Brisbane. The reality is, for a range of reasons, and I don't judge the families, they don't have that level of support that most children who succeed in school have. So that we need to support them in other ways, because otherwise we don't break those intergenerational cycles of, you know, these lovely children we've been working with today also having grog problems, also having children as teenagers, and also having children with marked health difficulties. And education, we know, is one of the routes out. It's the most important route out for those children. And so to keep them in education, liking education, and engaged is really what we need. And they need support. You can't just say, okay, we'll get them through primary school, we'll get them to age 5 or 6 and then stop. They're still going to need support. Children need different support as they get older, but they still need support. My children need support as much as these children need support, and start the day with less food in their tummies, with skin problems and so on and so forth, a lot of health difficulties, and they need someone who helps them, just like every other child does. And we're doing quite a lot of work asking the children themselves, because to find out if this program's been successful, we